Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with another Reddit story for you. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Complaining About the Signs at My Daughter's Preschool? My daughter, 3, just started preschool and has a teacher, I'm guessing college-aged, that is very honest, sometimes coming off as a bit rude. I had to stop allowing my daughter to bring her toys to school because they always get lost, and this teacher is no help when it comes to finding them. She brought a little Lego creation that she wanted to show her friends and didn't have it at the end of the day. I asked the teacher where it was. She didn't know. I asked her to look for it, and she said that there's no way she would be able to tell our Legos from theirs and that my daughter would not be getting any Legos back. Very helpful. Another time she went to school with a sticker on her shirt. She was crying when I picked her up because the sticker was gone. I asked the teacher to look for it and she said, I will not be tearing apart my classroom and playground to find a sticker that fell off 4 hours ago. Wow. Cool, I guess. Thank you for being the person that is, in addition to me, molding my child. Can't wait. Other kids have gone home with my daughter's jackets. We've had to wait a week one time to get one back. Lately, there's been 2 notices taped to the window that I am certain are written by this teacher. The first one says, your child is not the only one with the pink puffer jacket or Moana water bottle. Please label your child's belongings to ensure they go home with the right person. And the second one says, we understand caring for a sick child is difficult, but 12 of them isn't any easier. Please keep your child home if they have these symptoms. In my opinion, there is absolutely no reason for these notes to be this snarky and obviously aimed at very specific parents. I complained to the director about this teacher's conduct and the notices on the window, but nothing has come of it. My husband thinks I'm overreacting. Am I the astronaut for complaining? Candy's notes, you're the asshole. Who in the hell expects a teacher to keep track of a sticker on a toddler? That's like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. Like Sirius Black, yeah? I have a slightly different take here. Mine is not for the actions. Mine is not for expecting her to keep track of a sticker on a toddler. I don't expect her to keep track of those things. I don't expect that. It is the tone and attitude in which she declines to help. I don't know that OP had the expectation of her keeping track of that, but when OP asked for help, the snarkiness that came through to the parent, and I think most teachers understand that like dealing with parents is part of their jobs too. There's no way around it. Dealing with parents is part of their job. And to just be an asshole off the rip because that's who you are, that's the tone that you take, like those parents are your customers if you're a teacher at a preschool where it's a voluntary thing. And yes, some of them are going to be difficult, but you have to learn how to deal with them. You've got to learn how to deal with difficult personalities. And if it's someone who's caring for your child throughout the day, for them to be shitty to you just because, and to be snarky and to have that kind of treatment toward people overall, I think is not okay. Maybe there is an unreasonable expectation of what they're asking her to do, but I don't think it's okay for a teacher to treat parents like that as a blanket statement and to just be shitty because that's how they are. The tone, Candy Thunder says the tone came from the mom. There was no snarkiness. Mom just feels like the teacher isn't doing enough. Well, if I back up into the story here, the story said from the teacher. So I asked the teacher to look for it, and she said, I will not be tearing apart my classroom and playground to find a sticker that fell off 4 hours ago. And maybe it's the tone that I read it in. Maybe I'm just assuming that she has a snarky, shitty tone here. So I don't know, I guess is where I have to go with this, because if she truly is being shitty in all of these things, then yeah, she's an asshole for doing that. But my impression of the story was that mom was just asking her for help. It wasn't that she was expecting her to know where everything was right off the bat, but just to at least be willing to help look for it. And that would be, it doesn't have to be tearing everything apart. It could be a minimal checking a couple places and we can't spend all day doing this kind of thing. And it could be that mom is just perceiving things to be more harsh than they actually are. That's possible too. So I guess it comes down to if she truly is being snarky and shitty, then yeah. I mean, I know that teachers have a lot of bullshit to deal with, but you still have to be able to communicate with the parents and not be shitty about it. If that's not what's happening here and mom is just taking everything way too personally, then mom is the asshole for it. I assumed she was being actually shitty. The teacher was actually being shitty about it, but Candy Thunder had a different take here. So I don't know. Let's take the snarkiness out of it. Mom asking the teacher to help look for it. I asked her to look for it. Okay, maybe I need to backtrack here a minute. I asked the teacher where it was. She didn't know. I asked her to look for it. It wasn't help me look for it. It was look for it. Could you look for it? this could be two catty people just butting heads here. So what is the question? The question is, am I the astronaut for complaining about the signs at my daughter's preschool? If there is a tone being inferred here, yeah, you're an asshole for that. If that tone and cattiness is real, then no. But there's no way for us to know because we're getting mom's take on it here. I think it would be worth a conversation with the teacher privately about the problem before complaining to her superiors. I mean, if I put myself in that situation where someone perceived that I was being an asshole to them, I'm sure that never happens, but I would like the opportunity to clarify or adjust or correct the problem before it was reported to my boss. And I think in general, if you're dealing with people and you perceive there to be a problem before going to their boss, I would give them the chance to correct the problem. So if nothing else, it could be that they could have a conversation and get all this shit clarified, and then it doesn't need to escalate any further. But she's ready to just report her, basically. Or she did report her. Yeah, she did report her, and nothing has come of it yet. So, freaking, I think this is also, and Candy Thunder, tell me what you think here, but this is also one of those female communicating with female things that, like, I am oblivious of. But there's a battle going on here that like, at least one of them knows is happening, and I would be completely oblivious of.